via Saigon. Welcome back to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. Today, well, it's still the same day as the last video, but the rain has stopped. If you didn't check out that video, I'll leave a link. It was an absolute torrential downpour. Michelle and I have had a little walk around the central market there. And now we're just going to head, I'd like to go across this crossing actually, but they seem to have blocked our route, so we can't get across there.
Go to the end.
Okay, not to worry. Imagine if a bus went through there now, I think we're going to get drenched.
I'm not, I'm standing next to you.
I'm sure there's some logic. To this barrier. I'm probably fine because there's a sort of park area over here that gets really busy in the evening times, and maybe they had a few accidents, so you've got to walk to the end of here. So I'm not complaining. I like these t-shirts. I love that t-shirt, but
Nice,
the problem is
isn't
if we buy a t-shirt, I've got to throw one away. Let me see how much they are. 100% cotton. Hi, afternoon, how are you? It's okay?
Yes.
These are lovely. How much are these?
Yeah, 200.
200.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're quite heavy. What does this say?
Yeah.
Nam? What's this say here? Nam Quai?
Vietnam river and mountain.
Oh, Nam?
Phuc, Nam is Vietnam. Phuc
Yeah.
is in the country. Vietnam.
Country, okay.
Sơn is mean mountain. Ha is mean river.
Okay.
This one is the famous poem, the first independent poem of Vietnam.
Nam quốc Sơn Hà, Nam đế cư, tuyệt nhiên định phận tại thiên thư. Như hà nghịch lỗ lai xâm phạm, nhớ đẳng hành khan thủ bại hư.
Nam Quoc Sơn Ha.
Yes.
I don't often say it, but I may seriously come back for one of those t-shirts. The guy's really friendly, but not just because the guy is friendly, because I really like the t-shirt. They've got sort of some significance. So the fish, when the fish becomes a dragon, was the fish that you saw there. And then there's an old poem that goes back to a number of thousands of years. This is your typical Vietnamese helmet. So you'll see them on the bikes wearing these quite thin, they're almost what we would class as a skateboard helmet or skid lid. But I do like these ones, these sort of leather, they almost remind me of a riding helmet. This one's got Vespa logos on it.
And many have ears.
Oh yeah, a lot of them have these little bunny ears on. The Vietnamese love this sort of cutesy stuff. Hello Kitty. And dragons for the children, Mickey Mouse for the kids. Look at this, makes it really fun for the children, makes them want to wear a helmet, which is a good thing. And these ones back here, they also have little glass visors on. That's really nice. Let me check the prices out and let you know. So this lovely man, he's telling me all the prices, and we were saying if you're really going around Vietnam, maybe north to south, or doing any long journeys, you really should wear a full face helmet. But you know, most people are going to wear these sort of semi-face or half face helmets. But these ones up here, they're about 850 and 480.
Yes.
480 for these lovely helmets here. The children's ones, these are around 350. So these kiddie ones are 350. These ones are a little bit less. 280. So these cool children's helmets, which is a great Gojek. You can even get a Gojek delivery helmet here. And the ones that I like at the front here are about 350. So these are just sort of like this style, a little Vespa one. Was it 350? 250 this one, so only 250. But this is the more common helmet you'll see people wearing around Ho Chi Minh City, around Saigon on the streets. You'll see this helmet almost exclusively. People are wearing what we classify as a sort of skid lid. Now I would say if you're coming to Ho Chi Minh, that, and you're going on a bike on a regular basis, why not just get your own helmet? So you know, hygiene, clean. I'll put a little Google Maps location to this guy. Seems really nice. You know, generally when we rent a motorbike, we tend to have the bikes that come, you know, the helmets that come with the bikes. And if we're having it for a long time, they generally give you a fairly decent helmet. But you know, I'd recommend at those prices you could just buy your own helmet. Anyway, we want to cross over here. We'll let this little group of traffic go by. Oh, we'll be here all day. We'll be here all day. Okay, let's get over. So I'm going to go to my favourite little coffee shop. If she's open. Okay, that's the shop. And it's just on the square here. There's actually I'll give you a location. There's a giant McDonald's on this corner. Just over here. Behind this blue hoarding, there's a very modern... You can't see it at all. Can't see it at all. And by the time you get here, this building here, Nuticons, will probably be finished. So yeah, I'd recommend that, guys. The prices seem genuinely, you know, priced. I think he's selling more to local people, and he's a little bit outside the tourist area. So you can maybe haggle the prices a little bit, but you know, if you want your own hygienically clean helmet and something you can take with you all around Southeast Asia because they're quite small. Obviously, those helmets don't offer the same sort of safety that you would have with some of the helmets we have in Australia, or in Europe, in the US. But trust me, if you wear them and you clip them on properly, hey, enough of that. You know what I'm on about. So yeah, behind this blue hoarding, just from Than's shop, just so you know I'm not lying to you, look, there's a big 24 hours McDonald's. Should we have coffee?
Yeah.
I don't know the lady's name, but we've had coffee here yesterday, day before, and she was really sweet.
She's closing up, but she's still serving.
Yes, she was closing up because it was dusk, the sun was going down. I think she shuts about 6 o'clock.
She said not too much sugar, didn't she?
Yeah.
She actually said that to us, which
Yeah,
is unusual.
Yeah, that is unusual.
And it was very good.
I mean, we accept that mostly the coffee here in Vietnam is going to be a little bit sweeter than we would normally have it, but it does make it kind of nice. See if she's still in. Yes, it is her. Here she is. Cafe Farmé. This lady, hello.
Hello.
And she's just next to McDonald's. So McDonald's is just here. And this beautiful lady, she makes wonderful coffee. And the nice thing is she does a separate shop for each coffee, so it's lovely and strong.
My name Han.
Han. This is the lovely Han.
It's under here out of the rain.
Well, this is where I was heading to when the rains
But
came
it
in the
is
last
so
video.
heavy.
I was wanting to get here and we could have sat down under the umbrella and had a coffee and watched the world go by. But yeah, you saw where we got. Well, we met that lovely Japanese couple from Fukuoka.
We had a nice coffee.
We had a good coffee there.
Hot coffee was nice.
So it's our second coffee of the day. And thank you. Come on, beautiful. So there it is. Strong, just a little bit sweet. She's perfect, I tell you. She does it perfectly.
She does it right.
If you want coffee, if you don't like sugar, I'm sure she'd do it without sugar, but a little sugar, because the Vietnamese coffee is quite bitter, towards bitter and sour, almost like a French roast. And so a little bit of sugar really helps and it lifts it. So up to you, but this place, highly recommend. And 18,000 dong, so it's under $1. Now, frequently you get asked, you know, is it safe to drink the ice on the streets here in Vietnam? But if you look, these little bits of ice, you know they've come from a safe source. They have a hole in the center. You can see that they're not just making this from tap water out the back. This is actually coming from a safe source. So do look for those holes in the ice. They do tell you that they're buying them from an ice manufacturer, so you can eat this ice. It's completely safe.
Cà phê xương sáo.
Xương xáo, xương xáo. So,
Cà phê xương sáo.
cà phê xương xáo. Thank you. Yeah. Xương xáo. Now, that's beautiful. Han's just come out to show us that. I was a little bit taken aback. I thought, is she giving us another coffee? And I didn't want to pick it up and have I always wanted to pick that up and have a little taste of it, but I thought, no, I think because just a moment or so ago, one of the guys came out of McDonald's and sort of shouted something across, so I think that's what somebody had ordered. But anyway, she put it down for our little photo shoot. And that actually is only 20,000.
Really?
That looks nice, right? Okay. We're going to come back tomorrow. Mark my words. I'll try and include it in the next video. And I'm going to try that coffee because that looked to die for good.
Can't have it today, I'm coffeeed out.
No, I've had too much coffee. Well, firstly, we promised we'd come back and have that coffee, but secondly, we really want to have that coffee. So we're back with our lovely friend Han to have that. I can't remember the name, Michelle. Can you remember the name?
Cà phê xương sáo.
Xin Sao? Yeah, Michelle's got a better memory than I. Anyway, here she is.
Cà phê xương sáo.
Xin Sao, yeah, for me. One.
Should I try the 3-layer one? Should I try
You
that?
want cafe three
Ba tầng.
times? Okay.
Bad time.
Okay, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. Good day, how are you? So I'm not going to film Han making it actually. I think I'll just, you'll see it when it comes. It's like being sat on little school chairs in a nursery school, but it's something about Vietnam, these little chairs sat on the street, watching all the traffic rushing by. Doesn't get any better. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Very old, yeah.
Hannah's gotten the wrong way around. That's Michelle's 3-layer coffee. Look at that. Beautiful is that? It's got a coffee foam on top and it's got a shot of espresso in the center. There you go, Michelle. I want to tuck into this. This one is my grass jelly coffee. Beautiful is that? 20,000. This girl is so lovely. You really, if you get a chance, I mean, there's almost never anyone else here, but this is possibly one of the best coffee shops in the whole of Ho Chi Minh City. So let's get some of that foam. Oh, it's like ice cream. Oh, that is heaven on a spoon. They make it so strong, which is good, you know, really good, strong, not weak, wishy-washy coffee. Okay. If you love coffee ice cream and coffee flavored things, this is so good. It's so good. I think there's a little coconut in it. Oh, it's the jelly. It's got a coconut flavor. Oh, that is so good. I've got to tell her. I have to tell her. That is so good. It's beautiful. Thank you. Come on. It's really, really good. Do you have coconut inside? Coconut, yeah?
Yes, milk.
Coconut. So there is coconut inside and the grass jelly. Cafe Sung Sao. I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation.
Yeah, delicious, Han.
Han is mixing up.
Thank you.
She's like your mum. She's come over to mix the coffee through for you. This is how you're meant to drink it. Lovely lady. Our friend is very knowledgeable. He's now telling us about a really good coffee shop that does the cafe thin, like you have up in Dalat and Hanoi. Good quality coffee that you can choose your coffees and then make it with the cafe thin, the little filters, the little Vietnamese filters. So we're getting all the information today. So lucky to come back to this place. And just minutes later, the heavens are dropping on us. Now we're okay because we're under an umbrella, but our friend, he's got to get to work. So come rain, whatever, just cover his lights.
Hide the light. Important.
Mind, it didn't take us a few moments to jump into his seat. See, it's a bit drier back here. He was a nice lad. He was telling us about everything, and he said, I've got to go to work. And as he said he's got to go to work, the heavens opened up, which is fine, because now I can have a hot coffee. Yeah, I don't mind another coffee. Han makes such good coffee. I'll finish this, we'll have a hot coffee, we'll wait for the rain to sort of go over. We could be here for an hour or two. We haven't.
I think we could be here all day.
We didn't bring umbrellas today, right?
We didn't, no. I was trying to keep the bag lighter.
Didn't bring the umbrellas because we thought we knew
It's not
better.
gonna rain again.
1 hour later, another coffee, my second coffee, and some tea, iced tea. The rain is really set in. Now I thought that Han had hung up some potato chips here, but actually I think they're rain mats. I was going to say she's put them up for us, but I don't. Initially, I think it's just that time of day when the rain comes, people hang up the little rain mats so people can get them for their bikes. It's amazing how many people are just walking out in the rain. They're just to hell with it. I mean, I suppose yesterday we were pretty wet.
Yeah, once you're wet, you're wet.
Yeah, once you're wet, and it's not cold wet.
And it's more we were trying to keep things dry.
The reason we probably won't chance it is because just yesterday we got so wet. The bags, the cameras, everything got wringing wet, and it took all day yesterday to dry it out, so we don't really want to get everything wet again today. Hey, can you hear me over the noise of that rain? It's beautiful. It's starting not to get funny now.
Reminds me of when we got stuck in the sunglass shop in Koh Samui.
But this is longer. I mean,
Not longer.
we could be here all day. I mean, I know we can go out and walk, but it just seems to be getting heavier and heavier. The lovely Han's happy for us to sit here. Oh, we've had a couple of coffees, but you know, she's happy for us just to sit here. But I mean, I could order a taxi, but we'd rather just let the rains drop down and we can walk back. Well, I'm appropriately dressed with sunglasses at least, Michelle. It's slowed down. There are big raindrops, but ones we can kind of walk between the raindrops now and get back to our district. City sightseeing in Saigon. And we've got this little respite. Let's get back. I can finish editing this video for you, and maybe hopefully tomorrow the weather will pick up. You see, nothing stopped for a little bit of rain in Ho Chi Minh City. Well, that was an hour of our day, but quite enjoyable. Whee! Oh, it's our friend again. Oh, it's our waterman, number one. He's always very friendly. Number one, and then he tries to sell you a bottle of water. There's a recurring theme in the last couple of videos of Michelle and I being stuck in the rain in Saigon. Now, I don't know if it's the rainy season, so it's the 20-something of May, so is that the rainy season? Maybe it is. Now, in a previous video, that tarpaulin was up for the rain, and I said it's probably there for the sun as well, but when we walked up earlier today, that tarpaulin was down, so they obviously only put it up for the rain. Okay. See if we can get over before the bikes start rolling. Here they come. And these ones as well, look. It's madness. Look. That guy made his way through the middle. That guy made his way through the middle of all that. How is that even possible? We're going to decide under the shower or through the puddle. No umbrellas today. No, under the shower. Sorry, sweetheart, I'm leaving you behind. I'm assuming you're up with me. I think we briefly talked in a previous vlog about, you know, the beggars on the street and, you know, giving to people, not necessarily who are just begging for money, but sometimes people that deserve it. And this morning when I came out, I gave some money to one of the guys who sell the sunglasses. We see him quite often, and he's very friendly, he's not pushy at all, so he was a little surprised. I just stopped and gave him a little bit something to get some food, lift his day a little bit. But it's hard sometimes to recall who it is that you're interacting with, because there are many tens of guys on the streets here selling sunglasses, and they look like they're maybe they look very similar, like at least they're from the same families. But I'm pretty sure I know our guy quite well. But that guy that just stopped me, I thought, hang on, is that my friend? But there's some little characteristics, and you couldn't tell because he had a mask on his face. Our guy doesn't wear a mask. This little bit of street here is where it seems to be a pickup spot for most of the coaches that go up and down the country. But it's bedlam here. As you can imagine, when people rock up to get on the coach and they've got all their bags and there's almost no space. Look at where I'm stood here now. There's almost no space at all. And they're trying to get on to the Mickey Mouse coach. So sometimes you'll come and there's bags and tourists all stood around here waiting to get on the coach. And all this detritus and garbage around as well. This is I don't know, it's not a coach station, but it's a popular coach stop.